Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Prashanthi ma'am. So if you want more neat updates, so please do subscribe the channel Smart at Bio by Prashanthi ma'am. So in today's session we are going to see the structural organization. From the structural organization, another important topic, that is frog. Okay, many of my students requested me to take the frog lesson. Okay, so in today's class, frog morphology we are going to see in a very simple, but also mainly we are going to see on the key points. So key points in the morphology. So these morphological topics are very important. So we'll start the session. So here frog itself, it is an amphibian. So why we are calling frog as an amphibian? Because it is going to lead in two places as the living places, means it can able to live in water, and also it can able to live on land also. That's why it is an amphibian. So what is the meaning of amphibian? Dual mode of life. So dual mode of life means it can live in both habitats. Okay, so land and water. Okay, so it can live in land and at the same time it can live in water also. That's why it is an amphibian. Okay, amphibian means dual mode of life. Dual, two modes of life it can able to lead. So in two habitats, so either in water and either in the land. So that's why it is an amphibian. So frog, so common Indian frog, scientific name is about Haplobatrachus tigrinus. Okay, Haplobatrachus tigrinus. Okay, so next one, and commonly available toad in the Indian, that is Bufo. Okay, Bufo melanostichus. Okay, Bufo melanostichus is the common toads. So mainly in the amphibians we consider the amphibians and toads. Okay, so in the amphibians and toads, so here we are going to see the frog morphological characters. First, where the frog is going to live. So the frog is going to live in the marshy places. Marshy places means shady areas where water is available, and at the same time it should contain the soft soil. So soft soil unde daggara untundi, at the same time it should contain the more water. Why? Because completely frog is depends on water. Okay, so marshy places, ditches, even shallow lakes also it is going to live. And also we can find the frogs in the running waters also we can find the frogs. So these are the main places: marshy places, ditches, and also shallow lakes and running waters. The frogs are going to live. Next we will see the locomotion. Okay, so locomotion means how the frog is going to move. Okay, moving is in three ways based on the presence of its habitat. Habitat means where it is going to live. So here the locomotion patterns are three types. So first one will be the swimming. Okay, swimming. So when the swimming is going to be, swimming eppudu chestundi, water lo unnappudu. So when it is in the water, the frog is going to move through swimming process. After the swimming, next burrowing. So when it is going to do burrowing means ఇది లోపలికి ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. So when it is going to inside the soil, so here when it is in the mud, okay, when it is in the mud, the movement will be through burrowing process. After that, leaping. Okay, leaping. So leaping ante enti, jump cheyadam to long distances it is going to jump, and that process is known as leaping. So when it is in the land, so the frog is going to jump, okay, from one place to another place with the help of limbs. Okay, with the help of forelimbs and hind limbs it is going to jump from one place to another place. That jumping process is known as leaping. After that, skin. So how the skin will be? Skin is very slimy, moist skin without any scales. If you see the skin of the frog, it does not contain any scales on the surface. If you see the fish, it contains many scales, okay. But frog skin does not contain any scales. It is very smooth and slimy, moist. Always it is moist. Why? Because of the presence of the mucus glands, okay. So the skin is going to contains the mucus glands. Because of the presence of mucus glands, the skin is always moist. Why? Because the frog is not going to drink water. Very, very important point. So this frog is going to never drink water. It never drinks water. Then how it gets the water? Through absorption, through skin, okay. Absorption of water through skin. That's why the skin is very, very moist. And also the skin is richly supplied with the blood vessels, then only this absorption is possible. So here the skin not only is responsible for absorption of water, and also it is responsible for the respiration. That's why skin plays very, very important role in the frog, okay. Frog skin is very slimy, moist, scaleless, okay. So this skin, it contains the mucus gland. Also it is very richly supplied with the blood vessels, so that it can able to absorb the gases. Gaseous exchange takes place through skin. That's why so the skin is very moist. And one more important thing here, skin is not attached completely to the muscles. It was very loosely attached. So the skin is very loosely attached to the body. So and if we can find the gaps in between the skin and the muscles. So that also one more important point here. So it is going to never drink water. It never drinks water. Only it is going to absorb the water through skin, okay. And if you see the skin on the surface, it contains many dorsal lines and the regular spots on the surface. So it also contains the dermal plate like structures. It also contains the dermal plates, and also it contains the spots on the skin. It finds the spots on the skin. And at the anterior part of the body, it also contains the sense organs eye and tympanum. So here after the skin we'll see the body division. So the body is divided into two parts, head and trunk region. There is no neck is absent, okay. So head contains, see here, the head portion till here is the head portion, and the remaining portion is trunk portion. Head portion and this portion is known as trunk portion. So head portion contains the sense organs. So just above the snout region, it contains a pair of nostrils, okay. So after the nostrils, it contains the compound eye. Very, very important part, eye. So here eye is bulged eye. We can see as a bulged eye ante ubbinattu untundi anamata. So it is just a swollen part like a structure. So this eye is containing two eyelids, okay, two eyelids, just like as only two eyelids, upper eyelids and lower eyelids, okay, upper eyelids and lower eyelids. So upper eyelids and lower eyelids. So upper eyelids are immovable, means they can't able to move, they are fixed, okay. So upper eyelids are immovable eyelids, and lower eyelids are movable. But at the same time it is movable, but when it comes to the end of the lower eyelid, it is going to be fold, and it forms as a nictitating membrane. Okay, lower eyelid, it is immovable, and it was folded into nictitating membranes. After that, just below the eyes, see here, okay, see here, so just below the eye, it contains the tympanum structures, okay. Tympanum is nothing but eardrum, okay. So eardrum, so what is the function of eardrum? Eardrum is responsible to receive the sound vibrations. Eardrum is responsible to receive the sound vibrations. Very, very important. So tympanum is eardrum, it receives the sound vibrations. Function of eardrum will be receiving the sound vibrations. Okay, next, limbs. So how many limbs are there? There are two pairs of limbs. So upper, see in the diagram, four limbs and hind limbs. A pair of four limbs, a pair of hind limbs are present. Four limbs present in front and hind limbs present in the back of the body. So here four limbs and hind limbs are responsible for the swimming purpose, leaping purpose and burrowing purpose. Movement of the body is possible with the help of the limbs. Okay, after that we will see the sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means here, so sexes are separate. The frog contains the separate sexes in the body. That's why here sexual dimorphism is seen by the frog. So in the sexual dimorphism, we have to talk about the male frog. So here what is the difference here between the male frog and female frog here? That is the, see, copulatory pad. Copulatory pad is present. See, normally forelimb contains only 4 digits. 4 digits. The 4 digits is nothing but 4 fingers. So in the 4 fingers, first finger, it contains the copulatory pad for the copulation purpose. Copulation is nothing but fertilization with the female frog. So copulatory pad is one important character, one distinctive character from male and female. See here, copulatory pad is present in the first digit of the forelimb, and also it contains the vocal sacs. Vocal sacs means so that it can able to make more big sounds to attract the female. So here these are the two important distinct features between the male and female. One is copulatory, another one is the vocal sacs. So this is all about the morphology. So once again, go through the entire video. So we have to see about the habitat, and the frogs are cold-blooded animals, means poikilothermic. They can able to change their temperatures according to their surroundings. After that, so habitat, it lives in marshy places, ditches, shallow waters and running waters, and locomotion through swimming in water, burrowing in mud and leaping in the land. Next, skin is very moist and loose skin, loosely attached to the muscles, and it contains the mucus glands so that it can able to respire, and at the same time it absorbs more water. Why? Because it can't able to drink the water. And here body is divided into two: head, trunk region. Head contains the eyes and tympanum, and with the nostrils, the snout, above the snout it contains a pair of nostrils, and eyes contains the two eyelids, upper and lower. So upper eyelids are immovable, lower eyelids are immovable, and they are folded into nictitating membrane so that it can able to protect the eyes. And then below the eyes it contains the tympanum. It is also known as eardrum. It is responsible to receive the sound vibrations. Next one, limbs. A pair of limbs are present, 4 limbs and hind limbs. 4 limbs contains 4 digits. So, and here hind limbs contains 5 digits. That's why it is pentadactylous. And then sexual dimorphism is seen in frogs. So male frog contains the copulatory pad in the first digit of the 4 limbs, and then vocal sacs also responsible to attract the female frogs during the breeding time. So mainly we can say we are able to see the frogs in the, so we can able to see the frogs only in the rainy season. Why? Because in the rainy season they are going to breed. For breeding purpose they used to come out. Then what happens in the remaining seasons, winter and summer? In this time the frog is going to undergoes into the winter sleep and summer sleep. That is also known as hibernation and aestivation. During that period the frog is going to utilize the energy sources, that is glycogen and fat bodies. Okay, from the glycogen and fat bodies the frog is going to utilize the energy sources, and when it is in the sleeping time, that is nothing but winter sleep and summer sleep, the frog is going to pose like in a squatting position. So squatting position means head is towards the front and it is going to keep the legs completely back. Okay, that is all about the morphology. Next we'll see the anatomy of frog. Okay, so if you want to take the screenshot, keep watching.